Sinful nature is completely unbiblical, and I'm going to show you why. Whenever someone talks about sin nature, they always go to Romans 5 or Psalm 51:5, or they'll just randomly start quoting Romans 3:23 where it says all have sinned, and somehow conclude that we have a sin nature. But what do they always say? They always say sin nature came from Adam. But let's take a look at Genesis 3. If we take a look at Genesis 3, what will we see? Will we see God condemning Adam and all the people who will be born after him because they sinned, that now we're going to have a sin nature? Now everyone will be born sinners with a sinful nature and always desire sin. That is my curse upon you, Adam and Eve, for sinning against me. Do we see that? Go and read Genesis 3, because you will not find it. I mean, God brings pain to when women will give birth. Adam will now have to work really, really hard and will be sweating just to be able to eat, I believe. The snake will now have to crawl on its belly all the days of its life. And from now on, dust they have come from, now dust they will return to. Now there is death in the world. Because of sin, death entered the world. But you do not see God cursing all of mankind with sin nature or original sin. I would like to see someone prove it to me, using Genesis 3, the ground zero of sin nature and original sin, and try to prove to me where this is. How about instead, take a look at Ezekiel 18 verse 20, where it says, "The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him." See, it clearly states right there that nothing's passing down through generations. If the father sins, the son's not going to get the effect of it. If the son sins, the father's not going to get the effect of it. If the father sins, he will pay for his sins. If the son sins, the son will pay for his sins. If the father is righteous and obeys God, he'll be righteous. If the son is obedient to God, the son will be righteous too. So enough of this sin nature and original sin. It is not at ground zero in Genesis 3. You have to get it from other passages, because that's the only way you can prove it. Even then, it's still not even proof. But you have to go to outside places to try and find this starting in Genesis 3, which is not true. The reason you have to go to other places in the Bible and pick over here and pick over there is because the doctrine is not found. It's because Adam did not start some sin nature or original sin. Read Genesis 3 for yourself. Examine the scripture.